Okay, there we go. It's not exploding this time. I think I've figured out the loophole. Okay.
It's amazing.
It's amazing. Cameras aren't on though. Hold on. Oh, because I have to fix it because I disconnected. Right. It's actually working. I just have to do all the things correctly. Oh,
do the things, Bentley Bear.
Julie, do the thing. There we go. Okay. This is us. Hi, we're here. I don't feel like turning on our overhead light, so you're gonna get like a two-face version of me today.
It's dramatic lighting.
Yeah, it's dramatic lighting, and it's gonna work.
What you're saying is we need the new our soundtrack and just smoke coming up behind you.
I just look grayscale with how old my camera is.
You, not kinda, yeah. You're getting the natural sunlight in there.
That's true.
Wait, you guys get sun?
not much with how this house is positioned, but yeah, we get some sun.
This is one of the occasions where there's like no clouds in the sky.
Yeah, that too. Okay, I'll probably. Oh, actually, I don't have to regret taking a Red Bull. I've got Gatorade. Sweet hydration. Okay, sponsor us, Gatorade. That also being said, hello, hi, we're back. I know it's been a while. People have been sick, myself included. I'm still quite sick, which is why I said Gatorade. You're going to hear a lot of sniffles. You're going to hear a lot of coughing. I hope everybody else is doing well / better. We are not hashtag sponsored today because while Factor had sponsored us, in that interim of time, Sin had been sick, I had been sick, Pat had been sick.
I lost power.
Doogler lost power. Zaunis, did anything happen to you during that interim?
Some friend circle conversations that were less than stellar. Maybe I stubbed. Oh, I did stub my pinky toe, and we all know how horrifying that is.
Krim went to, I almost said Krim. Zaunis went to prison for drug trafficking. Got it.
Yes, that too.
There we go.
That's an undernote because the pinky toe's far worse.
Yeah, the pinky toe's much more serious.
Told you to go through Barry, but you decided to go through Jeff. That might put you there.
Can't trust Jeff.
All that really happens in prison is a lot of lesbian sex, according to the documentaries I've seen. So
It's very close friend. Very close friend.
I didn't realize the L word was a documentary.
I was referring to Orange is the New Black, but same there.
Oh,
or that's what I meant to say. Fuck. Damn it.
Oh, you were good.
Right.
They both came out at the same time.
I mean, no, they were like a decade apart.
I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert on lesbian literature. I'm just a lesbian.
How do you expect me to know this?
It's like I have a hands-on approach to this. I don't have a knowledgeable approach to this.
Exactly. I have a very hands-on approach to the lesbian.
I mean,
I can fix a car, but don't hand me a manual how to fix a car.
Oh man, the Mandalorian finale spoilers are already coming in.
No spoilers. I haven't watched any of the new season yet.
No, there is a really good clip that I have no context for, and the person who posted it says I need to kiss Bo-Katan on the mouth immediately. And looking at the clip, I'm like, yeah, I'm actually kind of right there too. Because it's just a very hot picture of her flying on her jetpack with the Darksaber stabbing somebody, and like, no context on who she stabs, why she stabs them, or anything else, but it's just a really cool action shot of her stabbing somebody mid jetpack flight, kicks them off of the sword, and keeps going. It's like, oh, that's fucking hot.
Yeah, that's badass.
Yeah, as you do in life.
As you do as a badass sword wielding warlord lesbian. I remain.
We do love our warlord lesbians.
I do remain convinced that Bo-Katan is either lesbian or bisexual because she keeps giving bedroom eyes to the one other lady Mandalorian that was on her team. They don't either confirm nor deny. But
yeah,
it's like,
the one who left her.
Yes. Lesbians fight too, hun. Relationships aren't always perfect.
Yeah, actually, though, it's been quite a lot.
Real.
But yeah, it's like she has some bedroom eye energy with Din as well, and so it's like, that's why I'm like, she could definitely be bisexual, but I don't think the story ends that way. But she definitely has some lesbian warlord energy for sure.
Respect.
Maybe it's just the armor.
The armor.
By the way, honorary to me.
That being said, let's do character introductions if everybody remembers who they are and who they're playing, because it's been so long.
Yeah, who are we?
Hi, I'm Rin.
My character overlay to see who I am.
Yeah, gotta remember today. Hi, I'm Rin. Once more, I am playing Viviane Green, aka V. She is the team's street kid, problem child, and I believe her incognitus name is Beatrix, or B, to keep it simple, for when people try to mistake her for someone else, she doesn't accidentally blow her cover. Popcorn to Doogler, getting it back on track.
Hey everybody, I'm Doogler93. I play Joanne Campbell, who is the lone wolf. I currently have a gun not pointed at me, but near me. I'm gonna popcorn to Zaunis.
Hi everybody, I'm Zaunis, and I'm playing Lydia Tinsley, the once snob, but now a hacker. And yeah, I'm tracking down the genius who's got a gun pointed at them, because apparently it's fine when y'all run off and do stupid shit on your own, but Lydia does it.
Hey, I'm an Eldritch God as a
Popcorn Krim.
Hey y'all, I'm Crimson Galaxy. That is Krimsin, because I'm not me without a little bit of sin. I'm going to be playing Tiffany Piffany, the Seeker, who is really into cryptids and monsters and just kind of wants to make some friends.
Just needs a friend.
Oh, right. Popcorn to Pat. Yeah. Sorry.
On the subject of Tiffany Piffany's friends, I'm playing Tracy, who is the party gal, and suitably tonight I'm actually drinking rum and coke. And she's going through it, but hopefully on the upswing. That said, I don't remember exactly what happened last session, because I lost all of my cognition in the last 2 weeks, and I will have to be reminded about a lot.
It's been so long.
It really has, and my mind thinks it's been even longer.
I'm nervous because my notes are not super long for this part.
Yeah, well, hi everyone, I'm Shae, ShaeTheFay on Twitch and Twitter, and I'm going to be the Dungeon Mistress, the Storyteller, the runner of this game, in which I play everybody else. And on that note, I want to go over the principles of the Flood, because yes, it's been a while, and we should go over this and remind ourselves of what we're playing. We are playing Things from the Flood, Stillwater Chronicles. Things from the Flood is one of my favorite games ever, developed by Freely Publishing. All their games are great. This one just happens to be one of my favorites. But going over the principles, number one, everything changes, everything falls apart. This is an alternate 90s reality in which technology took a different kind of turn. There were robots and all sorts of stuff that were developed as a result of a particle accelerator built deep underground. Unfortunately, it fell apart, and that promised utopian future never arrived. Things are breaking down and not functioning as they should have been. Number two, everyday life is full of demands, boredom, and conflict. The players have things that they need to do. They go to school, they have homework and dances and teen drama that they have to do. Some of them have jobs. Number three, the mysteries are exciting but dangerous, and only you can stop them. For whatever reason, the teens aliens are put in a situation where they are the only ones who can resolve the mysteries or are a key factor in which to figure out what's going on and either put a stop to them or make sure there's nothing catastrophic that's going to happen, like saving an alien bug or avoiding killer machines. Number 4, you are neither kids nor adults. You are teenagers. You are that awkward in between that you don't have the authority or responsibility of an adult, but you don't have the safety net of being a child either. Number 5, the game is played scene by scene, much like a movie or a TV show or something like that. We go from one scene to another. And number 6, the world is described collaboratively. While I am the storyteller and I have final say in how scenes go, I'm not the only one who decides how things go. Everybody else gets to decide how things go as well. This is a very much a no but, yes and kind of game. Finally, everybody, please remember your X cards. If something gets too uncomfortable, slap that X card down. We will pause immediately and talk our way around it. While we don't always get into darker subjects, this is a game in which we might potentially tread upon them. So if something gets too uncomfortable, this is meant to be a safe space. Same goes for the audience. Feel free to step away if a scene makes you uncomfortable and return when that scene is over. All right. I would like everybody to tell me something they remember from our last session.
Gonna be hard.
Just anything to stir that memory.
Creepy hotel guy, food, sex.
Oh, it's all coming back to me now.
Spying on Russians. Yeah, go ahead.
So Trevor is Russian spy. Hotel guy is his contact. Orgy. We had to get back before dark. Tracy did not get back before dark. He made us tinfoil hats. We got
none of which you wore.
Pardon?
None of which you wore.
Yep, none of which just wore, which gotta regret, because that else happened. Then there was 15 or so minutes after we kind of noticed it. Hugh told us there was weird signs on a thing. We pulled the fire alarm. Don't remember why. Joe spotted Trevor leaving. Joe followed Trevor. Joe told Trevor she was there, which we'll see how that turns out. And Joe's following him into the quarantine zone because he's going to show her something. And he has a gun.
That's my favorite kind of person. An armed person that says, I have something to show you. Come into the woods alone with me.
Well, he didn't have a gun at that point in time. Also, Binks is grabbing the others. And Binks might eat a bitch.
So I'm trying to find like all my notes and everything and everybody. What did I do the hotel guy again?
I don't think he actually had a name.
I'm gonna say Richard because I just call him Dick.
Dick.
Because all I remember was I asked if Rokai could translate what they said, and all it was just, do you have what I need? Yes, and then they just kind of ran off. So I'm unsure if a name was mentioned.
I was wondering if I had them named before, because I don't like. I've got a lot of notes, like a lot of notes, like 4 pages of crammed notes. So I really should be able to find these things easier, but I can't. So you'd think I'd memorize where things are, but that just doesn't happen. That's all right. We remember Trevor, that's enough.
We stand Trevor.
Do we though?
I don't know.
Do we remember Trevor?
He was the glassy-eyed boy, generic McGenericson. I don't stand anybody
Oh,
like
yeah.
that.
We'll remember
Honestly-
him when he's gone, probably.
Just describe a white guy.
That's
Just
even
a-
more.
Ah,
he's even
Trevor.
more generic.
What? All white guys look the same? Ha 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 ha.
The generic ones, yes. I'm a white guy. I was saying there are some generic ass white guys.
There's some generic
You can't
ass
tell
You
the
were
difference between-
actually 100% right. Like, I'm not even contradicting you.
I was just gonna say he is like the default character model creator for any MMO you make or any MMO you play. Just like that default male
Like
character.
that's fair. In a lot of earlier like video games or whatever, it's like the main character is always the same. It's like this is kind of boring.
I mean, it's still happening.
You know what? In high school, there were about 5 persons in my brother's friend group, and 2 of them looked exactly the same, and they weren't related to each other at all.
Well, my femshep was a ginger badass. But yeah, okay. So we did the last scene we left off with if you want to know, you'll have to follow me. And you took the opportunity, Joanne took the opportunity to follow him in once you were on the other side of the fence with him. They drew a gun and said, I hope we can be friends. So I'd like to start off the scene kind of picking up off of that as the camera pans upward and we see what looks like a corvid flutter out of one of the trees. So the scene's gonna open on Tiffany, actually. Tiffany, the fire alarm has been pulled, or fire alarm has gone off. Some of the teachers look confused. There was not supposed to be a drill today. But everybody is out. People are checking to make sure that it's safe. There's classmates are standing outside. Some are talking. Some are wandering. Just generally mingling and trying to pass the time. It's a little bit chilly out, getting towards later autumn. Still a bit of an overcast this week. And as you're standing there outside, is there anything you're doing in particular? Or just hanging out?
Honestly, I am probably just like have a book out and sitting off by the side, just like on a bench or something, or maybe on the curb if we're farther away from the school, just like reading a book about cryptids, because that's what she does.
Okay. As you're sitting there, you hear, I hope we can be friends.
Where do I hear this from?
Nearby, like a little behind you, off to your left a bit.
All right, I'll look behind me.
You see what looks like a raven or bird of some kind, except that you don't see eyes on the side of its head. Instead, you see one singular eye on the top front that just kind of blinks weirdly, and it's tilting its head and glancing around.
Oh, you're a beautiful little bird, aren't you? Weird little eye. That's so cute.
That's so cute.
Are you talking to me? You want to be friends?
You want to be friends?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
We can be friends.
We can be friends.
Oh, I see what's going on.
Then in another voice you hear, You'll have to follow me if you want to find out.
All right, I'm gonna follow my new friend.
And as you stand up and start to move closer to it, it flutters off, moving over trees, but it starts heading in a direction away from the school. At the same time, you notice another group starting to slip off, a group of 3 who are moving away, who seem to be walking kind of in the same direction, following a cat.
I will start heading that direction because my new bird friend told me that we could be friends if I follow it. So I'm gonna do that.
Tracy, Lydia, and V, you notice someone else is walking along the same path you are.
Remind me what path we're walking down?
You were following Binks.
Right.
It's interesting because as you are walking away, you'll see this cat like sitting on one corner, and when you see them, once it acknowledges that you've seen them, they turn and start walking out of sight. And once you get to the spot they were at, you look around, you find them again, and then they walk out of sight again, and they're just kind of leading you.
Hey, I think I hear something.
Hear something good or hear something bad?
I think I hear someone else walking on the path.
Oh.
Bad. You know.
As long as people are allowed to walk on the path, I don't think that's anything that weird. But just in case, she kind of puts a casual hand into her jacket pocket.
All right. I think Lydia's just gonna kind of not like cover V's pocket, but just be like, look, don't be too quick draw my graw here.
If you all were to look up and over, you would see a figure kind of moving parallel to you. Same direction.
Hoi hoi.
Up, because I'm trying to track the bird that flew off, and I'm trying to see if I can see another one. Oh, hey, it's y'all. How are you?
Oh, thank God, it's just Tiffany. We don't have to shoot her.
I hope.
Are you
Tiffany,
following
they know your name.
Yeah, that's exciting.
And there's not a bullet in her head, so that's perfect. We need more people like that.
That's why we identified her first before we shot.
Are you following animals too?
Strangely enough, yes.
Yeah, a crow with one eye on the top of its head told me we could be friends if I follow it. So that's what I'm doing.
So there's a parallel pathway. What's between us?
This is... It could be one's probably a sidewalk and the other's probably like a deer trail.
We confirm that it's Tiffany and we don't have to shoot her.
Oh, bummer.
Just thought to get you up to speed.
Thank you. Sorry, a guest came over and I had to let him in.
It's okay. It was just the amusement of it's like, oh, it's Tiffany. We don't have to shoot her. Was the actual conversation we had. So, just
true.
You needed to be brought up to speed for that. So you could also be relieved that we don't have to kill her yet.
He's a very cute puppy, and we're trying to socialize him. So
yeah. But hearing the one-eyed crow line, Lydia's just gonna slowly turn towards V, just like dead eye contact, no blinking.
Yep, which is why I asked what was between us. Tiffany, need you to come over here with us, please. We have a
What?
cat.
What's
The cat is much nicer and definitely wants to be your friend.
Oh, well, cats are just really cool. Like, I would prefer to be friends with the cat.
Yeah, please come over here quickly.
Okay.
Birds are icky
Walk
and filled
up.
with disease, especially that little one.
Yeah, V keeps a hand on the gun in her coat pocket and just says, "What did the bird say to you?"
It landed next to me and then said, "Wanna be friends?" And I questioned it a little bit, and it was like, "Yeah, we can be friends." And then it called me cute after I called it cute. And then it said, "Follow me." And so I got up. It started flying this way, so I started walking this way.
Okay. So please don't trust the talking animals around here. They're very, very dangerous. But stay with us for now. It's going to be much safer for everybody. Have you seen Joanne?
No, not since the day that I glance over at Tracy a little bit. Not since the day I got yelled at.
Okay.
For your own good.
We gotta get you your class back, Trace.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
You're not you when you're not
Fair.
drinking.
you're not you when you're not drunk.
Tracy, you're awful when you're not drunk. Here, drink this.
Here, have a schnapps. Why? Because you're not Tracy when you're sober.
We're hoping to find her. It looks like she went this way into the woods as well. I think sticking together for now is the best option.
It's dangerous to
But
go
if somebody's
alone here,
missing, I'm
drink this.
I think Lydia's just gonna start stomping forward and just start muttering, just like, "Oh yeah, when I do something alone and stupid, everybody gets on my case, but Joe can just walk into a woods."
No. She's gonna
So stupid.
she's gonna get an
There's a lot of
earful.
cool stuff in these woods.
Joe by no
The
means
woods are
is
where
getting a pass for this. Don't you worry.
The woods are where I saw that Baba Yaga hut that I read about in this book. I pulled it out.
I'm sorry, you fucking what?
You fucking
Yeah,
what, mate?
yeah, the talking treehouse, or the walking treehouse.
Yeah, you guys did not
Yeah,
tell
it
Lydia
looks
and
like-
me about that.
It looks like the Baba Yaga's hut. It looks almost exactly like this, except for mechanical. I hold up the book.
Which is why I told you not to go to the
So
I'm
just
Lydia's gonna
once
turn-
just once again, Nani the fuck deska.
Lydia's gonna turn back around, just like 180 pivot, walk back up to V, and just be like, "Do you have any other weapons? Because personally, I only wanted to deal with one potential life-threatening situation today."
I mean, do you want the bat?
It's something other than my perfectly manicured hands.
I can't remember. Was Lydia any good with the gun?
Back when, I mean, I'd probably be better with the gun now that I'm a more tech person, but I still think
Violence is always going to be force body.
yeah, so I think regardless, it really doesn't matter. I'm shit when it comes to
You are very small though.
So personally,
You are
if
very
you're better with body, if the gun's just gonna be body, take the gun because the bat is the least thing, the least valuable thing for me to fuck up.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could do significantly less damage with the bat if you get a bad roll, but it could also lead to you dying because you don't have a gun. But all right.
So okay. This is Lydia's last season, anyways.
Stop saying that.
Don't say things like that. What are you talking about? Season, huh?
Yeah.
It's just the real life.
Nani?
Yeah, we are not characters.
We're not characters in a video game. We just
I don't know
have this
about y'all,
arm
but
cannon
Tracy's-
plus 2.
If you
Tracy's
die in
pretty
the
bad.
RPG, you die in real life.
Ooh.
But yeah, like whatever you got for a weapon, I don't care. But I am not dealing with both whatever Joe's stupid ass has dug up, the crows, and now Yaga balonies.
No, Baba Yaga is actually like a folkloric witch who basically mostly punishes evil people, but she views a lot of stuff as evil, including like innocuous lies. If you lie to her, she'll straight up steal your soul.
Yeah,
Continuing. To
I
hold the
always
hand out.
remember the stories being fairly indiscriminate. So,
Well, that's
Let's
just
just-
because those people didn't know how to talk to the Baba Yaga.
Sarcasm.
I
think
don't
I
know.
could do it.
lying.
I don't know how to talk to the Baba Yaga. So
If sarcasm counts as lying, I think I'm as good as dead if we meet her.
you're fucked.
Oh yeah, do not use sarcasm for
Well,
the Baba
shit.
Yaga.
Just don't talk. That's perfectly fine. If you don't talk, you can't lie.
It's gonna bow and walk slowly away backwards.
We're all dead.
It's fine. At
Not
least we'll
yet, we're
die
not.
together this time.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we're all freaking out over nothing. We don't know if Baba Yaga's here. What we do know is that our friend is in the middle of the woods and potentially in danger. So
Yes, that is true.
let's try and find her.
Marching orders. Let's
Yeah,
go.
we should
And
definitely
as you round the
help.
next corner,
Can I do a lead actually at that juncture?
Yeah.
Good. That's a
How do
good
you lead?
time to-
How do you lead everybody?
Oh, I just get everybody back in in order. And
All right.
like,
Back to
come
work,
on, we gotta
bitches.
Like spinning people around, pushing them from from the back. Tap on the ass. Move it,
Yeah.
find
soldiers.
her. All right. Well,
Alright.
that one success will be an extra dice roll for
Ex-
someone in the future.
Extra 2 dice.
Hell
Let's
yeah.
go.
Let's go.
As you all round the corner, you all see Binks sitting in front of a fence that's meant to block off the quarantine zone. And the moment you see Binks, they turn and go through the opening that seems to have been made in the fence. You also see a few of those strange raven-like creatures with the single eyes on the top of their heads that just seem to be flitting about, just observant. The scene will pan over and then pass a couple trees, and then we'll see it's a little deeper into the quarantine zone. Joe, you're being led by Trevor. Sworn I had his name here somewhere. Hey, I found it. But once you're like deeper in and he glances over, he stops at what appears to be a very dilapidated building, kind of on the outside. It's small. It's not a large structure. Very overgrown and hidden away. But he pauses there and turns to face you. This time, he stands several feet back so that he's further away from you, and does level the gun at you and says, "So, are you working for someone?"
I'm not working for anyone. Are you working for someone? Joe has her arms crossed.
I'm not the traitor. You're the traitor.
flinching, and you don't seem concerned that I'm pointing a gun at you.
I'm just kind of annoyed right now, honestly.
Yeah. Why would that be?
You're pointing a gun at me.
You're annoyed I'm pointing a gun at you and not worried I'm pointing a gun at you.
Well, gears turn into his head like, I should actually be worried, but really am just annoyed. Let's say it's not the first time I've held a gunpoint.
So do you work for the Loop?
No.
Sunshine Industries?
No, that's actually kind of not the same thing, but kind of the same thing, but still, no.
The guards?
No?
Then why are you here?
I'm curious about this stuff. I have kind of a drive to know.
Wow, that's really, really dangerous.
In some cases can.
So then, what's your opinion on Sunshine? And answer this question carefully. And you hear the hammer being cocked.
It's kind of mixed, I guess. Because they are doing a bunch of really dangerous things.
Such
Point in
as?
case. Cheap motions around them like this wouldn't have happened without them. Though before they were called Crafta, now it's Sunshine.
Do you hate them?
I don't think I can hate a faceless thing. I hate people that are in it.
Ooh, now we're getting interesting.
But
You have
do you think about them?
You have some names?
Why would that matter?
I'm trying to get an idea of whether or not you're a friend or a threat.
A friend or a threat to
I
who?
wasn't lying when I said I hope we could be friends. But I want to know who you hate.
One of the people from Sunshine murdered my friend. And that's the person I hate.
Do you have a name?
I try to emphasize role real quick.
Sure. Absolutely.
One success.
One success. You get to ask 2 questions. Which I should have had this pulled up before.
Same here. So the questions are, what is his weak spot? How can I make him do something? What does he feel? What does he want? What will he do? Is he lying? I feel like really important is, what's his weak spot?
So, kind of studying him and looking him over and trying to figure out how capable he is. He's very observant, very watchful, and is very much studying you as much as you're studying him. And once he sees you studying him, it's very... You see a lot more caution being put in to his demeanor. He's... You see his stance shift just a little bit. Any kind of physical threat he might have, he understands is mostly in the firearm that he's carrying. So he's very, very purposefully keeping a distance from you and keeping this weapon trained on you, so as to make himself as much as a threat as possible in case things were to go sideways. He's still kind of thin and basic. You're much more athletically inclined. It seems he put a lot more effort into trying to be unobserved.
Okay.
So his weakness would be that he's less physically inclined, and for that reason he's relying on this weapon.
So if I get close enough to him, I can essentially Hulk Loki him then.
More or less.
Too bad it's not a what answer would not get me shot question. Okay.
There are questions you can ask that'll get you that answer.
Yeah, the how do I make him stop pointing his gun at me would probably be that, because it's the how do you can do something. There's also the what does he feel?
Is that what you want to ask?
Yeah, the how do I make him do something? How do I make him stop pointing the gun at me?
Watching him, you can tell he's looking for some kind of common ground, either because he needs it or he thinks it might be useful. He's looking for a reason that he doesn't have to shoot you. It looks like it looks like some kind of common ground, something he can use, something you want that he can use for his own goals, would get him to relax his cautionary stance.
So one of the loop hurt you too?
No. What do you want? What's your goal?
Joe's pauses at that because it's like, what does she actually want?
Is this really a lark to you? Or is there something you actually are trying to achieve?
I want to know more. I feel like I need to know more. And you know what? Maybe when I do, I'll have a better goal. Maybe I'll know what to do with that.
What about this person who killed your friend?
I want her not to be able to hurt anyone else again. Not be able to be near any of my friends again.
What's their name?
Michelle.
You hear the hammer being carefully set instead of being released. Okay. And they lower the gun. So, maybe we can be friends then. You want to know more, and you want this Michelle out of the picture.
Mm-hmm.
Come on inside. And he puts the gun away and opens this door that's here. Slightly off kilter, off its hinges.
Joe's gonna go inside.
Inside, there is a hatch that looks like it's covered up, and he moves stuff out of the way. Just various debris and detritus. And twists the handle to this hatch and opens it, and it's just a small ladder that leads a little bit downward. It probably used to lead deeper if part of it wasn't collapsed. But inside you can see there are a few boxes and a table with what what appears to be a small lab setup. So I want something from the loop. I want something from Sunshine. Something that they have that they did not make.
What's that?
I don't know exactly, but I've been trying to pinpoint it. And if you really don't like people in Sunshine, or some of the people in Sunshine, your recent, when you came to warn me, that kind of gave me a little bit of a lead that they were actually onto me, onto my digging.
They have good security. So, what sort of thing is this thing you're looking for?
Some kind of technology. Something that shouldn't exist, but somehow does. I don't know much about it. And I'm going to put a lot of trust into what I'm about to show you. And he opens one of the boxes and pulls out what appears to be a file document of some kind. It's sealed up, but he unseals it and opens it, and you see notes and some kind of like illustrations of what appear to be some kind of machine. It's written partially in English. Information on it's written partially in English and partially in other languages as well. But it looks like it's talking about some kind of potentially unlimited energy source, and its effects or what it might be capable of, particularly
Many black holes?
yeah, more or less.
So,
It is titled the Kugelblitz.
could you spell that out, please? Because I'm not going to be able to make that work at all.
Yes, it is a German word, which translates quite literally to ball lightning.
Oh.
Quick, Zaunis, don't look it up. Spell it for us.
You're muted, Zaunis.
I am muted. Yes. Kugelblitz. K. That's K umlaut U. GELBLITZ. Or is it not umlaut? It's Q.
I have no idea if it's umlaut or not.
I believe it should be, but I am unsure.
It probably is. But yes, it is Kugelblitz, which translates to ball lightning, and he shows you like a brief illustration of it. It looks like some kind of the illustration itself shows some kind of containment zone, which is using a very powerful electromagnetic field to sustain a large amount a large mass of light energy. But he shows this to you and says, "This is what I'm looking for." That's more or less my concern. He closes the file and seals it up again.
So, what first brought you this to your attention?
Curiosity.
And you're all by yourself for this? Other than me now, I guess?
Yes. So, what if I were to tell you, you want to know more, and I want this, and we both can benefit from sunshine getting off our tails?
Well, how will we get them off our tails?
The one you named Michelle is very dangerous.
Bit of an
But
understatement, yes.
also injured.
True.
We could try setting a trap for them. Alternatively, if you didn't want to risk setting a trap and just try to run, then we could try to acquire this device and get out before they are able to catch up.
I'm not gonna run.
Then how about this? If I can get a hold of the device, do you think you could get us out of Stillwater?
I don't know, actually. Not like I have a car or anything.
If I were to somehow get what I needed, would you be able to keep me safe until I got to the edge of Stillwater?
There's a chance I might be able to.
Safe from Michelle and the people she works with.
Do you know about the other side?
I do.
She wouldn't be able to follow us there. Maybe we can find a way out back here from there. Once we're on the edge of Stillwater. I know it's dangerous, but I've been through them before.
If you can navigate it. then I'll
think I
trust you
can.
on that. Okay. I'll do what I need to do then. And I'll give you a date. And you can escort me out through the other side. Sounds like a plan?
Sounds like it could work, but probably gonna need to bring my friends in on this.
Whatever you think is best. Who knows, you might even get your revenge for your friend.
Wouldn't mind leaving her someplace that her brother can't reach her for once. Oh, she's died 3 times.
It's... Well, then maybe killing her is pointless. But I guess we'll find out.
Well, as long as her brother can't get to her, she'll stay dead. Because he's the one that brings her back. He mutilates corpses into his puppets.
That sounds really interesting too.
I'd say more psychotic, honestly.
Possibly. I'll be in touch though. The rest of you. You all are following into the quarantine zone?
Yeah. I mean, if that's where they're going.
We've done stupider.
Yep. There's... Joe, you notice a little light kind of goes off in the small area that he's hidden himself away, and in you see him instantly pull out the gun and he says, "There's people close."
Like, would rather not just randomly shoot people if we don't know who they are.
But why? It's always worked out well in the past.
I can't really afford to take too many risks, and I've taken the biggest risk I have trusting you, so...
True. But it could also be my cat. He likes to follow me around.
You see him kind of like go up the ladder a little bit and kind of push the lid up, and he seems to be peering out. I can hear voices. You all are led to a small, partially collapsed structure that is overgrown with various foliage over the past couple years.
So is this a spot?
Is this part that we've traveled through familiar to the a familiar part of the quarantine zone to us? Because prior we definitely came through like 3 different entrances. But is this like a totally new one that we haven't gone through before?
This is a different spot. You may have trekked near here before, but this seems to be purposely taken off to the side.
Okay. Well,
Binks is just sitting at the open door. Or I guess it would be a closed door.
well, it's the quarantine zone. There's not really any steps we shouldn't take cautiously.
I
What
immediately
you're supposed to
walk
be.
up to the door and open it.
Valid.
Walk up to the door and
Get herself
as
killed.
Rocks fall. We're all dead.
as you open it, you hear the click of a hammer as a gun is being aimed right at you. What is everybody doing in this next second?
Tracy's gonna say,
Stop.
"Yep,
Whoa,
that's
whoa, whoa,
not
whoa.
what I thought."
One at a time, sorry.
Sorry.
She's drawn her gun on the person drawing a gun on Tiffany.
Tracy takes a little bit longer to also draw her gun, but in the meantime, she gripes, "Yep, that's just about what I thought."
Lydia's just like looking around, like person, just like
Tiffany freezes and then just like starts like turns her head and stares in the direction she heard the click come from, hoping that something will like catch her vision.
Yep. So in this moment, there's a sound of a click and a trigger almost being pulled before Joe says, "Whoa, stop!"
Stop.
And before, just as V raises their gun as well, they notice this as well. It's a very tense moment. Your friends?
Yeah, so stop pointing the fucking gun at them.
Cautiously lowers the gun.
Joe, are you good?
Yep.
So
Who's
that's
your
your
friend?
friend, huh? Warm welcome.
I didn't expect to be followed.
Well, we weren't following you.
Joe points down to Binks. The cat.
Binks is rubbing against your leg.
Joe's
What
gonna
kind of
bend down and pet him.
We were worried about the worst.
what kind of stuff are y'all into? I wasn't expecting to have a gun pointed at me.
You
That's-
weren't?
That's why you don't go in first.
Was I not clear about the fucking threat earlier?
I thought you were talking about like some sort of perceived threat. I didn't know it was real.
Real, actual threats to our lives every 5 seconds. Yes. God.
The
Tracy
threat that we
putting her gun away.
perceived was real.
Yes, Joe is like,
The tangible, perceivable threat that is real.
Games about you. Perceive the threat.
Lydia pulls out her cell phone. Well, to be fair, that walk did take about 7 minutes, so
How many calories did we burn?
I
While
don't
you're
have
at
that
it.
installed.
Hi, I don't know if we've met. I'm Tracy, and I'm annoyed.
I'm really
Trevor, and I'm very concerned.
Good.
You're
I'm
concerned.
Tiffany, and I
glad.
peed a little.
This is Tiffany. She's new to the group, I guess.
She's very excitable.
Are you telling me if you randomly had a gun aimed at you and cocked, you wouldn't pee a little?
You think this
Oh,
is
I
my
mean,
first Mexican
totally.
standoff and she still has the gun raised?
Joe looks to Trevor, then to V, then Tracy, then Lydia. I was like, I didn't.
I think
The
Lydia's
first couple times I totally did. Now it's a bit dull to me.
Lydia's old snobbish traits are definitely gonna like come back and just kind of march through the door past people and be like, "And what the hell are you doing in your little clubhouse, Joe?" I'm like looking around.
Yeah,
Right,
you're gonna
agree.
have to start talking.
Okay. Let's see. Joe looks at her like, I'm gonna honestly tell him everything. Because it's easier than excluding things. And honestly, they'll know when I'm lying.
Sure, you couldn't lie your way out of a wet paper bag.
We
But I
both-
believe you regardless because I respect you.
I'll put it simply. We both don't like sunshine and both want something from sunshine.
Both
Now
is
you're
an odd
talking our
number.
language.
Enemy of my enemy is my friend kind of bullshit. Okay.
Kind of.
Both is an odd number when there's at least 5.
Tiff, are you sure you want to stick around for this part? It's gonna be some heavy things.
You're gonna pee a lot more, let's put it that way.
Let me actually
What's up with
decide to put it
sunshine?
another way
I'm not-
entirely. Tiffany, if you stay, I can't help but think you're kind of stuck with us, and it's not gonna get less dangerous. That gun that was pointed in your face was from a friend. We've had guns pointed in our faces from a lot worse than somebody who's willing to be our ally.
Wow, that's very
Well-
interesting.
Sorry if I
That-
precociously called you a friend.
Oh, that's cool. Thanks.
If I had a nickel for every time a
guess
gun was
my
pulled at
quest-
us this week, I'd have 7 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's kind of concerning that it's happened 7 times.
Yeah, it's increasingly frequent.
guess my question is, if I keep hanging out with you, will I? Will we be friends? And how many cryptids will I meet? Will I get to meet some because I like them and I want to talk to them?
Well, 1 is probably yes, and 2 is I
Yeah.
don't know.
It's
Wait.
just flat out yes.
So I can say that there are definitely a ton of them here in Stillwater, but I can't guarantee if you'll see them.
Yeah, that's the better answer.
Also, can't guarantee that they'll want to talk.
Some of
They
them
might
do
wanna
want
do
talk,
other
but
things.
Don't want to talk.
Yeah, there's plenty of other things they'll do.
If
Like the
only
birds
Tremaine,
I'll try to eat you when I
are
speak
you
with
a
your voice.
human?
if only Tremaine
You say
was
like
here.
the birds that will try to eat you, that speak with your voice, and then you hear another voice say, "No help!"
Oh, I just meant the ones that would try and fuck you, but yeah, those two.
Someone's
was
in
like-
trouble. We have to go help them.
there's a scene that cuts to the Popobawa.
Just sitting smoking a cigarette, it's fine.
Hot.
He's like,
Tremaine just gets like a shiver up her spine, like that's weird.
That's weird. Someone was thinking
Wonder what
of
that
me.
was from.
Question: is that the Kugelblitz blueprint, like, is that up on the wall like in the cliche story?
No, that's been hidden away.
Okay.
My definitely not crazy scheme posted up on the wall.
Yeah.
I was just saying this is based off of like a 90s alternate like TV show kind of thing. Like that the villains always just plaster their like villainy everywhere.
Well, either they're not a villain or they're actually competent.
It's probably that they're a villain. It's fine.
I'll take the not a villain part because the competency is.
Competent villains. It doesn't grok.
Can those 2 words be used in a sentence together?
Villain.
We're so fucked. We are so fucked now. The joke was worth it.
Well, if y'all think that we can be friends, then I wanna be. Danger's okay as long as we do it together.
I don't see how we have much of a choice at this point.
Well,
Welcome
welcome
to
to
the
the Danger
club.
Circus. Joe, get talking. We need to know what the Danger Circus
But
is.
like, what's wrong with Sunshine Farms? I just thought they were a company that all of our parents work for or are controlled by.
Right. Who wants to tell her?
I just walk up in front of Tiffany. Sunshine? Not a ray of sunshine. At all.
Sunshine bad.
Okay.
I can't start that one.
But like,
But you know those little mini black holes that have been appearing around?
Yeah.
not really. What black holes?
The black hole suns, won't you come?
Good
Little
song.
one outside the diner. Little fence and tree warpage.
Yeah. So there's this machine called the Krugelblitz, which is causing it. And over here, Joe motions them, wants to steal it, so stops causing this shit. And he would like mine help, but I can't really do this without you guys.
It's interesting that he'd want to steal it so that it would stop being used rather than, I don't know, destroy it.
Yeah, can't we just stick a bunch of magnets to it and fry the motherboard?
How well versed are you in physics?
I have a high school education, okay? So...
Just kinda like
Well,
slowly
sir, I
tilts
am
his
in
head.
high school.
Sir, I am a sophomore. No, I would. I'm trying to decide.
All right,
no,
let me
sorry, I'm a liberal arts.
let me put this in a way that that someone who and I mean this with the best possible outcome doesn't have straight A's. You destroy a container that is holding a lot of pressure and boom.
Well, that's operating under the premise that the machine is actually using pressure and differential to create the black holes, but that is entirely a separate story. We don't know what we're dealing with, so continue.
It's also a mini black hole generator that creates.
So what
Like,
happens when you blow this
but-
up? Are you intending to destroy all of Stillwater? Because that sounds like what you're trying to do.
No, I just said I didn't want to blow it up. She said she wanted to blow it or destroy it.
Hi.
Babe, no. just
Well, he
no.
wanted to steal it. I'm sorry. Stealing like
there's-
a super weapon just kind of doesn't scream the good guy.
I mean,
But
it doesn't,
there-
but it's like trying to steal the Declaration of Independence. It sounds great on paper, but ultimately it's really silly.
I wonder if they'd get like a really quirky actor to play in some movie that would do that.
Probably. It would probably be like John Travolta.
If it's
Yeah,
something
Honestly, yeah, I could see him doing it.
Sounds quirky.
No one quirkier than him.
If it's something
So,
that builds
can
up
you
pressure,
lower
couldn't-
the gun already?
Joe, should I?
Yeah, it should be fine.
All right. And she lowers the gun.
If it's something that builds up pressure, couldn't we like let the pressure off first and then disassemble it and bury the parts in different places so they're never all found?
Possibly.
Not something you want to bury in Stillwater, but potentially.
Burying machine parts in the quarantine zone. Lydia just has full-on PTSD flashbacks.
Yeah, it hasn't backfired before.
Alright, so my goal is to get it out of Stillwater.
A valiant plan. And
Do you think it
And
can
Joe here thinks that they can guide me through the other side.
Does she know?
Yeah, and it would be the. Michelle's already looking for him, and if he has the device, he's probably going to be able to find him easier on this side than on the other side.
I'm just gonna hold up a finger and just be like, "Excuse me for a second." I'm gonna grab Joe by the arm and just turn her towards the corner. Are you trying to tell me that you just promised this guy that you would somehow guide him through the other side into the facility where we almost all lost our lives so that you could help him procure a super weapon?
Oh, I'm
First
going
of
to the
all,
facility.
not a super weapon, just very dangerous. Second of all,
So a super
I'll
weapon,
handle
got it.
getting a hold of it.
Can I roll a comprehend so I can try to understand what's going on?
Sure.
I think that's valid, yeah.
Has Joe finally pulled a Lydia? Can we just Can we just do
Oh,
that?
wow.
You get the sense that that in its basic essence, this kid is asking to at some point be safely trafficked out of Stillwater.
Would stop you from using the weapon outside of Stillwater if you were hypothetically wanting to use it.
Again, not a weapon, and secondly, hypothetically, you would just have to trust me. I have no way of proving that.
So
I
just
think
have to
we should
the
trust
person that
him.
drew a gun on us our first meeting. Got it.
Look, I wasn't expecting someone to sneak up on me.
Well, I mean, you're still a teenager with a gun whose first inclination is to draw a gun.
Have you seen me? I'm kind of not
Nondescript
comfortable.
in white, yes. You're very threatening. Lydia just slow blinks at him several times.
No, opposite of threatening.
It was sarcasm, first. Second,
Right.
I don't think you quite understand the gravity of the situation you find yourself in, especially since you keep stating this thing that can absolutely be used as a super weapon. You're trying to reiterate to us that it is not, in fact, going to be a super weapon, but you have every desire to dismantle a potentially catastrophic device and take it somewhere else. You are a fucking teenager. Do you even begin to understand how this device actually works?
Unless you're a gynoid like the last teenager that we met turned out to be, which, you know.
Yeah, you're gonna
You know
have
a
to.
gynoid?
Yeah, you know a
Yeah.
gynoid?
New one.
New.
That wasn't the point.
Oh.
I mean, if you're a robot, please tell us, because, like, what I'm
Right.
seeing here and what I'm, yeah.
You
If
knew
I were a
gynoid
robot, I
and
feel like I'd
she's
be
not-
a little bit more confident in the situation I am in.
You knew
Look,
a gynoid and she's
brilliant.
dead? I'm sorry. The first time we met, I made a comment about gynoids, and
Really not the time.
I'm sorry.
Talk about that later.
All right, look, Trevor. Have you been inside the facilities? Do you know what it looks like in there? You know how
I've been
big
inside,
it is?
yes.
So you can understand the Herculean task that you are attempting to pass off on a couple teenagers.
/ taking
I'm
on
not
yourself.
asking you to go inside.
Yes, but you are still trying to rope us into an incredibly dangerous organization that we have somehow survived being in the latent presence of.
All
And
right,
there is
so
absolutely-
are you willing to forget you talked about me and not turn me into sunshine? Because I'll handle this alone if I have to.
You just kind of
Here's-
need to know more.
Here's the
You're
problem.
dancing around the topic a lot.
I find it so shocking that somehow you alone would be able to get in and out of this facility and we're just supposed to escort you. I feel like if you can manage to get in and out like that, the walking out of town part should be easy.
Joe offered to escort me. Either do or don't, but
I think it's possible to get him out.
Well,
I think you're probably right.
I'll do whatever you say, Joe. At this point, you've been right about a lot of things, but man, this reeks to high heaven. And Lydia's just gonna kind of start walking towards the door.
Yeah.
Your friends are real charming.
You're not
Thank
giving us much to be confident about.
We've been through a lot.
Yeah, I'm sorry if I don't roll out the charm like I used to. I'm a bit burnt on charming people at this point.
Have a schnapps.
And
Grr.
why? Then why even bother? Why not just go back to what you were doing before?
Can't help but feel we're involved now.
Lydia just yells from outside the door. My parents definitely tried to kill us all. It's kind of personal at this point.
Yeah, right. Like, there's not much going back at this point.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, I don't know. My dad sells insurance and my mom just stays at home all the time. So I don't know. I'm in it for a friendship because the power of friendship can overcome anything.
You're also in it because we've talked to you, and if you don't join us now, then, we'll have to kill you.
Well, I'm in it, one, to stick it to Sunshine, and two, to get the hell out of here.
Yeah, you know what? I can support getting the hell out of here. That's what I want to do too.
And what is that? Is that enough? Because that's what I've got.
Enough or not, I think we're all on the same page. Unless I'm wrong.
Lydia's definitely outside pacing. She is no part of this anymore.
I think Tiffany's gonna join Lydia outside. She's gonna walk out there and just be like, hey, you're the nice one. The mean one won't really kill me, will she?
God, no. Look how frail I am. She didn't manage to kill me the other day. Or was it this morning? God, I hit my head really hard. God, she beat the crap out of me.
Should really start wearing that helmet when you and me are together.
Yeah. No, she ain't gonna hurt you. Look. Before you came along, every one of our lives was threatened at least before breakfast. It's been rough. And, Tracy and Joe, they've probably had the most rough. Me and V ended up kind of walking away, and they lost us as friends for a while. They lost another friend, pretty gruesome way. They lost another friend through choice. They're on edge, and now I don't think they've really had a 10-minute break from, the next world-ending problem. Not gonna hurt you. They're just looking for something to hurt, but it's not gonna be you.
Okay,
The two of you who are standing
don't-
outside. Sorry, go on.
I was gonna say, I don't know everything that happened, but like, I would love to be informed. That way I don't accidentally stick my foot in my mouth again, because I just realized I said some stuff that I can now understand why the mean one got mad at me.
You kind of walked in the middle of a full-blown war, so tell you what, at the next ceasefire, we'll stop at the diner and inform you. You came in at a really bad time. That's not your
Okay.
fault.
I
Two of you who are-
appreciate that.
The two of you who are standing outside notice some movement off in the distance. Something kind of bobbing up and down and just moving along the side.
The urge to just say Hugh and see if he pops up next to me, and if it's not, just like pops out from the bushes and alongside. No, So where would we be outside? Like, is this just kind of like an open clearing, or is there like a tree cover like all around this little hut?
There is. I wouldn't say it's an open clearing. It's kind of. Nature started to reclaim a lot of the infrastructure in the loop, and the further in you go, the more nature has reclaimed it, more so than would be expected in 2 years. Where you're at now, there's light trees. It's not super dense, but there's brush that pops up here and there.
I'm just gonna kind of elbow Tiffany and like finger over the mouth, like shh, and then like eyes over toward the little shadow.
All right. I turn my head towards the shadow, and then I just like narrow my eyes, crouch down a little bit, and start moving closer to it so I can try to see what it is.
Lydia
Okay.
completely face palms.
As that's happening inside, so look, am I gonna get turned in or shot now, or are we working together or not?
I think we're on the same side in all this.
I'm
Got a
just
bit of
gonna
a
pull the hammer back,
plan.
maybe just one kneecapping.
Sorry.
Lydia,
I mean, Lydia,
pulls
I
the
won't
hammer
stop
back
you.
and says maybe just one kneecapping. And then she just laughs and puts it back. Ah, I'm just kidding, or am I? And then puts the
I won't
blade
stop
in
you,
his-
but I think he's going to be
Well-
more useful with that knee intact.
Yeah, I mean, someone's gonna be carrying me if we're still working together.
Boy, you're presumptuous.
I'm with Lydia on that one. Very presumptuous.
I was just gonna shake her head, and she's smiling, but it's like, my friends are idiots, and I love them, but they're idiots.
Yeah.
Coming
We're
from
the ones who
person-
wandered into the woods on our own.
Thank
Fine.
you. All I did was put on a video game helmet. I didn't. This.
All I've ever done was drink and react to shenanigans.
What's important is they're all still alive.
True. For now.
Yeah, but over here, Tiffany's really trying to speed run her death.
Yeah, you are like any percent
Yeah.
no life.
That's why Tracy's the
So-
mean one.
So, in that case, can we get out of this like just barely habitable place? It's gotten really crowded.
Sure.
Oh, by all means.
Cool. And
I
as you
don't
all
move,
step
but I gesture to
outside,
walk out.
yeah, as you all step out, you notice that someone is walking away.
Nani?
I just
Tiffany.
motion.
Sorry, go on.
I was gonna say I just motioned to them like there's something. Oh my god, there's something over there, and she's.
Why is Tiffany moving towards the sound?
Tiffany, when you get closer, you can get a better look at what this thing is that's moving. It seems to have two limbs, one on either side of it, and it's just doing like a slinky walk. And as it's slinking walking, in the center of both those limbs is what appears to be a gyroscope of some kind with a mechanical head that swivels. It also looks weirdly fleshy, but mechanical.
Now, can I ask, does this remind me of my little sister's drawing at all?
Not in the slightest.
Okay, cool. Can I roll and investigate just so I can try to make sense of whatever it is before I react?
Tiffany just pulls out a Pokedex. Nah, it's not a Pikachu. Puts it away. It's freaking Mewtwo or something.
I wouldn't say investigate. I would say this would be more of a comprehend.
Comprehend with my iconic item because I have books on supernatural phenomenon and cryptids.
I'll allow it.
Alrighty.
Alternatively, if you're trying to gauge what it's feeling or thinking, that would be empathize.
I'm just trying to figure it out for now.
Comprehend.
Just one success.
This isn't really a. So, seems less of a monster and more of a machine that is growing weird synthetic flesh on it. You're well aware of the talk of machine cancer causing weird fleshy growths on machines, but this seems stable? Question mark.
Interesting.
And the head swivels in your direction. What do you do?
Does it have any eyes?
It's got two mechanical eyes. They both blink at you. First one, then the other.
I just kind of smile a little bit, wave, and then turn around and run back to the group.
Its mechanical mouth opens up and it goes, "Ah!" and then starts slinking faster away.
Oh, it was afraid. Oh no. After
Everybody hears that.
scream and starts slinking away, I turn back around before I even make it to them. I'm sorry, little friend.
It's gone.
Oh my god. Okay.
Okay, so there was this weird head thing that had two long limbs off of it, and it looked at me and it blinked with blinky one after the other, and then it screamed because I waved at it and it ran away.
That doesn't sound friend-shaped.
That sounds friend-shaped. What do you mean?
Everything's friend-shaped
It
if you
was-
try hard enough.
Yeah. It was afraid. That means that it has understanding, and that means it can be a friend, right?
Or it was alerting to people's presence.
No, it was afraid, so it's a friend.
I think we should leave.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go.
Okay. Fine.
Right. So you all start to leave then.
I'm waiting to hear how this goes terribly wrong.
Yeah. A few minutes.
Afraid.
A few minutes on your walk back, you hear the snap of a twig, the rustle of leaves, and all of you notice that there are several figures kind of moving alongside on either side of you. One of which moves out in to block your path, and this one has 2 legs, but one singular arm coming out the top of it, where a torso or head would be, and in the center of it is a speaker, and you hear return to the source. Please return to the source.
What's the source?
Then it says, hang on, I gotta figure out how coordinates are described.
Longitude and then latitude, I believe.
Yeah, it says something along the lines of like L34. L34-36. Return to the source.
Why do you want us to return to the source?
What's the source?
I'm gonna pull
It
out
repeats the
Rokai.
coordinates.
I'm gonna pull out Rokai and try to see what that map location would be.
It gives you a location in the quarantine zone.
Phenomenal. Is it one that I recognize?
Have you mapped the quarantine zone?
No, but
I mean,
depending on...
Go ahead and give me...
It was mapped back before it broke and fell apart, and when we were children,
Give me an
the
investigate.
quarantine zone wasn't quarantined.
Investigate. Why are you good at that?
Investigation.
Oh, fuck yeah, I am not. Here we go.
You can add a +1 for Rokai.
I mean, if you show me the phone, I'm pretty good at it.
No. No luck.
Nope.
Well, I have a location. No idea where this is, but it's in the quarantine zone.
Oh,
I'm
yeah?
not too keen on listening to a mutated robot tell me to go further into the quarantine zone, though.
I mean, when has it ever led us into trouble, really?
I always just assumed that robots were good because of Asimov's third law or whatever.
Hey, but not every robot's going to be beholden to that law.
Especially defective ones.
Is Trevor still with us?
Yes, he's standing behind all of you.
Hey,
I'm
we're
gonna
gonna,
look
we're gonna
down-
fix that right now. Trevor, you're never standing behind all of us. Come to the front.
Can I stay in the middle instead?
You're gonna stand in front of me at all times.
All right, as long as I'm in the middle.
I kind of want to pull V to the side out of earshot of everybody else for a second.
She'll allow it.
Okay, this thing wants us to return to the source. What on earth are we returning? We don't have anything.
I don't know. I think it needs to go back.
What would we have that has to go back? The only thing that's here that's new is Trevor.
They've all inched a little closer, and it repeats. Return data to the source. Please return to the source.
Our data?
Trevor, are you a real boy?
Yes.
How old are you?
17.
Name your mother and father.
Now I need to make parents for him.
Okay, he answers that question. You're in a desert and you find a turtle on its back. What do you do?
Do I flip it over? I flip it over.
Fuck, he's human. Okay.
Hold on. No. We both know how to tell if he's human or not.
I mean, he would ask, why is the turtle flipped over? I've done the test before. I've shot several robots.
You want me to stab him?
No.
You notice that that these machines have moved slightly closer again, and it repeats, please return data to the source.
What data?
Please return data to the source.
I'm gonna shoot this robot. You were saying, Lydia?
Okay. Lydia's going to walk up to Trevor, grab him by the arm, and start walking away from the group. What do the robots do?
Some of them do kind of shift a little bit closer, trying to fill that gap. A couple of them, there's several of them. Maybe 2 of them start to follow with you and Trevor, and the rest stay around the group.
How many is several?
More than 4.
Roll me a d6.
You asked, Joe.
There's only one.
You only see 5. But you hear what could potentially be more.
Only C5. Oh, that's always a great answer.
Unfortunately, only 2 following me and Trevor, and the rest staying back does not answer.
If only it was an investigation.
Please return data to the source. Upload data to the source.
Who's they?
Who's data?
Are they
He's one of
cool?
the guys from the Star Trek movies.
They again inch closer. At this point, they are not within arm's length, but perhaps 2.
All right,
They are getting uncomfortably close.
Yeah, gonna need all of you to stop advancing.
Oh no.
No.
Shit.
It's not good.
I mean, this is more player realization, but I think Lydia might have the realization too. What happened in our first season?
Mm-hmm.
VR set. Yeah, fuck.
Yeah, I think Joe's got it. I think it's talking specifically about us.
Have we not been real this whole time?
No, but we were basically
Part of the system.
Yeah.
Did you say that out loud?
Lydia will look to the group and at least say, like, fuck. They mean us. We're the data.
How does that work out?
Data could I be?
I don't necessarily mean you, but the rest of us. You're just going to be caught in the middle of shenanigans.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm gonna try to step away from the group to see if they are also talking to me. I'm gonna walk off in a different direction, like 15 feet, and see if one of them advances towards me.
Roll me a d6.
Oh no, Tiffany hasn't been real this
Aim
whole
high.
time.
Aim high.
Yes, one of them
Three.
does follow you.
Oh,
Okay. That
does that mean you're my friend?
possibly shoots my theory in the
It-
foot a little bit.
It blinks with lights.
Get back in the group. We're stronger as a unit.
Please upload data to the source. Please upload data to the source to create new life. Please upload data to the source to create
was
new
new.
life.
Oh,
Oh.
oh.
Tracy's taking her gun out.
They want to
V
kill
still has
us.
hers out.
All right. We are about to enter trouble with a capital T.
Yeah.
God
Can I
damn
grab
it.
V's bat?
Yeah,
It sees
it's
the
within
guns,
reach.
and immediately all the lights turn red.
Oh.
I'm about to enter some data into your fucking skull, my dude.
Yeah, here we go. I get to declare the stakes. Trouble, capital T.
Oh fuck. We're fucked.
All right.
To play.
The stakes are, if you happen to fail, these things are going to bring you to that location and probably detain you there for some inscrutable purpose. Threat level. There's a few of them. I will say threat level is. I'm going to say extremely difficult. So 4 times the number of teams.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it is.
That is, you will need 20 successes. Now, you all get to make a plan. What do you all do?
Oh, well, shit.
Question. Before we make the plan, we have a short little break. This guy's in a good spot.
Yes.
Oh sure, that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Yep, BRB, stand up, stretch, use the bathroom, grab a snack, do all that stuff. And we will be back shortly.
We'll be back shortly. Be right back, screen. Bloop. Okay. Just remember your mic might be hot, even if something, you're all hot. Goodbye.
Thanks.
Hello, chat. How are y'all doing out there? Pretty good session so far. I have some friends I should have a background stream going. Hey, Shae. Really good session so far.
Hello, and thank you.
So, how are things?
They're good. Things are good.
Good.
And it's been really frustrating sometimes, but it's alright. They're going good.
As long as it's more good than frustrating.
Yeah.
Oh, I did a dumb where I accidentally bought a second license for Clip Studio Paint. I'm trying to get a refund for it, but if I can't, would you want to use it? It's the Clip Studio Paint version 2 thing.
Oh, yeah. Wait, why? What's wrong with it?
Oh, I got a new tablet, and I downloaded a clip onto that, and I thought, yeah, I'm just going to get a second license for that, so I don't have to worry about being timed out. But with tablets, you have to use the subscription thing for instead.
Oh, I mean, if you're not going to use it, I'll
Yeah.
definitely put it to use.
I'm trying to see if they'll give me a refund for it first, but if they don't, I'll send you the things for it.
Yeah, if you can get your stuff back, or if you can find some way to use it, then yeah, absolutely use it. But yeah, if worst case scenario, yeah, because I was gonna aim to get it at some point too.
Yeah. So I can't get money back. At least I get someone I know would like to have it, because I haven't really done too much with it yet, but been enjoying it so far.
That's good.
Hi, Zaunis.
Hello. I have no idea what I'm going to do for this trouble.
Not die?
Yeah, so here's the thing. Lydia is tech and heart. She's got a
No.
whole lot of nothing else going on.
do a lead roll or a tech roll to find out the best way to take them down.
Yeah, my lead's kind of garbage.
How'd you calculate?
Calculate's good. I just hold on. What exactly can I do with calculate? Because when I looked before, calculate doesn't really super help in conflict. What is its purpose? How does it work? How can I use it? Maybe. Who built it? What problems could it cause? Is it illegal?
Well, I've used comprehend and emphasized in conflict before as well, and they worked.
Yeah, I suppose. My only other thought process is I currently do have my arm on Trevor, and he has a gun. If I can.
Shoot that! Shoot that! Shoot that!
I'll just look him in the eyes and be like, here's your chance to prove that you're actually on our side. Fire, and not at my friends.
Well, if nothing else, we'll all be ripped apart by robots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, additionally, these things do appear to also have built-in speakers, so meaning
Some of them do.
it's possible to make a mini Soundwave EMP by just beating the shit out of them together.
Just hold the speaker right up to the microphone.
Yeah, exactly. Just find the microphone.
The feedback would kill me.
Oh god, yeah. It'd be horrendous. It's the one problem. Like Lydia's a hacker now, is so good preemptively. But in trouble I can't find a lot of ways to use tech in combat.
Okay, but we're fighting robots. Can't she use tech in some way to figure out a weakness?
Yes,
That's what I
but
was saying.
they
when that comes
Calculate.
up?
yes, however, they also have the machine cancer on them too, and we know you really don't want to fucking touch that stuff.
If you're a machine.
I think even
Right.
human, it's really unwise to touch it, because Jermaine fucked about with that before, and
Oh.
yeah.
Well, yeah. Fortunately, lead is indiscriminate.
The great equalizer bullet.
Yeah, you have the comfort of distance.
True.
Whereas if I wanted to use anything techie, I kind of gotta be all up in that.
But we could take one
Right.
down for you, and you could use that one to hack into the others.
That would be true if
Yeah.
you guys taking one of them down and then giving me a chance to.
Because
I have a feeling- Like Lydia's scrawny. She's what, 60 pounds wet. She's not wriggling one of these things while they're still moving to try to calculate on it.
All right. Totally unrelated, but I just had an oh shit moment.
Mm-hmm.
So, this old guy at my job, very, very cool, not like a creepy old white person thing, but he mentioned to me while we were on break that there are a number of dates that have predicted natural disaster things, and he thought it was a hoax, and he kind of was like, oh, look at how funny this is. People are predicting these natural disasters that are going to happen at these specific points at these specific days. He mentioned one that's coming up within the next couple days. And I'm like, oh, that's funny. I bet that's not going to happen at all. I'm just kind of casually going through Twitter right now. In the fucking area that he said this was going to happen, he said it was going to be a tornado. Tornado watch! I'm just like, no fucking way.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, in the
Ooh.
Oklahoma, Texas area. It's supposed to be a really big tornado that's going to rip through the area. So it's just kind of like, oh, all right.
Don't they normally get a lot of tornadoes though?
Yes, but this is supposed to be.
Absolutely
It's supposed to be a big tornado. Was the emphasis on what was going to happen. Also, you really don't, as far as my understanding, you don't really predict tornadoes. You just kind of have systems in place to warn you that they're coming ahead of time.
Yeah, you have systems in place warning that the conditions are perfect.
Going to
for
lead to it, but
tornadoes.
you don't really predict them out in advance. It's more of a, hey, this shit is coming. You have this long to evacuate kind of systems in place.
Mhm.
They don't go next Tuesday. There's going to be a tornado.
I'm sitting here trying to think, like, how would Tiffany actually react to her first encounter with real danger?
Beating the
That
crap out of
comes
something with your
from a
book and
cryptid.
screeching. At least that's what I think when it's your first actual encounter with, like, the other side.
I certainly hope she doesn't try to fuck the cancer robots.
I don't
mean-
think she's that dumb. Well, she might have been if they hadn't said, the thing about, like, taking our lives to fuel more life. And that kind of, like, pushed her button a little, her oh shit button.
Yeah, the little, like, to create more life thing, I was just like, okay, that means, like, 3 different things, and none of which are particularly great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, gamers, are we ready to die?
Oh, definitely.
All right, so I think I'm gonna just shoot them, unless I feel like a lead might be. So
We
is
still
this
have-
going to be
I
a
guess we're-
two-tiered?
Sorry.
Is this going to be a two-tiered conversation? Like a
Oh,
two-part combat?
You know what? Sure, let's do that.
Yay.
That makes our lives a little bit easier.
It does.
Yeah.
All right, so we're splitting it up. I'm still
Yep,
shooting.
2 rounds. All right, so
Considering I've only
I'm gonna
got
open with a
one
lead in that
skill
game.
with 6 dice and nothing else is that good, I am gonna struggle.
all right, so tell me, are you planning on using the lead for your number of successes, or also we're back, everybody? Hi.
Hi, come back.
Hello.
Do you plan on using the lead for adding to successes or adding to a dice pool?
I think. Oh, hold on. Junie, sit. Oh, lie down. Good girl. I think that I find it more easy. Oh my god. Sorry. I think I'm gonna use it to count towards our dice pool. So, do you want me to roll that?
Well, I need to know what everybody's doing first.
I'm shooting.
I'm running.
Shoot, running. Okay.
I
So,
mean, my second part would be hopefully interacting with one that's downed after the fact. I'm not sure what I want to do in the first.
maybe observe it with a calculate tech.
Smart.
Yeah, if that's something I can do, I might do that. I'm not sure.
Do what now?
Observe the as everybody else is fighting the machines. Observe with a calculate tech.
Okay.
So, I don't think it's reasonable for Joe to have her axe on her because she was going to school and
No.
wasn't
You-
expecting this bullshit. So she
Dash
would
for the
have it.
bat, though.
Yeah. Gotta use the bat and go ham.
Okie dokie.
Violence all the way down, except Lydia's just like,
So I want the lead first. I want the
3 successes.
okay. And you said you wanted to add to the dice.
Sorry, I meant to say I want to just
Add
use
to the
those.
successes.
Yeah, add to the successes. Sorry.
Alright.
He was barking. I was
Yep.
distracted.
So then I want the calculate tech.
Two.
All right. And how do you lead and how do you calculate? Give me some cinematics for this. These machines start to move forward the moment the guns are drawn and lifted. All the lights on these machines brighten and they start advancing much more quickly.
So I say, Tiffany, back off. These people mean danger. I need. Sorry, everybody. Weapons out. This is a serious threat, and and then she turns to Lydia and says, Lydia, can you find any weaknesses on these? Because this is looking pretty dire. And then she just kind of coordinates everybody.
All right. And for Lydia, as you're looking these things over, you're as you're looking these machines over, trying to find some kind of weakness or something, you notice that there's one thing that all of these machines have in common, is that somewhere on them is some sort of cranial-esque robot head, and you notice there are several ports along those, presumably reminiscent of the kind of technology where these things would connect to a mass network. So you have an idea. You get the sense that you can potentially use one to affect others.
Okay, perfect.
Then we have running and two force body. All right, give me the move body from Tiffany.
I got a success. That beats the curve.
All right, and then two force bodies. For those of you who are using guns, add +3. For those of you who are using that, +1.
Okay. Yeah, just
Yeah.
gonna.
Wow.
Oh my god, what? They are small and
Fuck.
agile.
I'm gonna mark a condition.
Just gonna use the lab code instead of making anything. 2 successes.
Okay.
All right.
Holy fuck.
Damn. That fucking gun does not like you.
No.
All right. So, here's how things play out further. As these machines have moved closer, they've moved closer. They've slowly been inching closer. So, Tiffany, you start to run. You feel one mechanical arm kind of snatch at you, and then you hear the sound of one chasing you down, and then another. So you manage to separate a couple of them to break off from the main group, and start to chase you down. One with multiple legs. Another is using its arms to swing from branches. You draw the gun and you fire and you hit this thing, and there is a spray of shrapnel and synthetic blood. And then this thing dives forward. What condition did you take, by the way?
Sounds like I'll take injured now. It seems more thematic.
Okay. So you feel this thing tackle you to the ground, and as you're swinging the bat, you manage to clock one, and that one goes down as well. But these things are surrounding all of you. How many successes do we have so far? 1, 2, 3.
Should have 9.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, 9 total. Does anyone else who hasn't pushed want to push?
Yeah.
You know what? I'll push. I'll mark scared and try again.
Okay, because you need at least 10 to continue.
I'll let you go first, and then I'll.
Hey. Other one.
You're at 10.
I'll also push.
Yeah, successes continue to stack, right?
Yes,
All right, then I'm just gonna go ahead and push also.
you're at 11. You are
The bat of V.
12, 13. All right, so a total of 13. You all may move to the next phase.
Ooh. More pain.
More pain.
So-
more cry.
One of these robots, the one that got smacked with the bat, kind of spins and goes down. Trevor starts firing at these machines as well. But it looks like these things have taken you for the highest threat, and more are quickly piling on top of this one that has attempted to tackle you and hold you down to the ground, trying to disarm you. You need
That's a
7.
mistake.
Yeah, you need 7 more successes. One machine is kind of just twitching on the ground, trying to recompose itself. Now, what do you all do?
Second verse, same as the first.
Lydia, I think you know what to do. I say as I aim to fire.
I'm a
Yep.
wappa the bots on V.
I
Yeah,
would say. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was going to say I will probably attempt to program tech at this point, knowing that they have ports for mass network connection, and attempt to use Rokai to absolutely murder these things.
All right.
Yeah,
that
and
will
I'm-
be... All right, so that will be... Sounds like 3 force bodies, 1 program tech, and what are we doing for Tiffany?
Yeah, after I see them tackle V, I'm going to turn around and run at them, and I am also going to try a force body. I'm going to, jump forward and just, try to do a double leg kick to push them off of her.
All right, so 4 force body and 1 program tech. So everybody who's rolling force body, go ahead and do that.
So I got 4 successes.
Damn.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and mark injured.
Ooh.
Look at you
Oh.
rolling those 6s.
I know.
Dang.
It's the best damn roll I've had in a while.
I got one again. I'm gonna
Yeah,
mark,
0
I'm gonna mark
successes.
scared and re-roll again. Because now I'm getting dogpiled by robots.
Real.
Okay, so I have 2.
I'm gonna mark exhausted and roll again.
I got 0 with my reroll.
All right.
2 again.
So,
All right. So, so then how this plays out, and feel free to add anything or change how something happens in the scene. But the way I see this playing out at this point,
Are we still shy?
no, we
no,
hit
you've got it by 21.
God, nice.
21?
Yep.
21.
So Tiffany, you turn around and you start to rush forward, but before you can even reach her, the two machines that were chasing you grab you, and you can feel yourself being pulled back. These things have dogpiled on you. It is hard to move underneath them. They are trying to pry this weapon away from you. You manage to get a shot off, downing one before the bat is swung, and another gets knocked off you, allowing you to get up. More shots are fired, downing a few more. With 4 successes, you shoot several. They've taken V as the highest threat and have focused on her, completely allowing Tracy to shoot several rounds before the gun starts clicking on an empty, out of bullets. And as that's all happening, Tiffany, there's a gunshot closer, and one of the robots grabbing you goes slack as Trevor shoots one of those. As that's all happening, Lydia, you start. How do you hack into this thing? Do you just pry open a panel and start?
Yeah, I suppose she'd probably be acting at least off of some of her prior knowledge with cracking open the VR headsets and stuff, just relative knowledge of where these ports should be, and just go straight for I guess the quickest way for a kill code.
As you're looking through it, it does bear some resemblance to the headsets in the cranial capacity of these machines, but you're able to find a kill command on this thing, and once that program is run, all these machines go limp, and the danger is past, at least for now, at least out of these ones.
Lydia's just gonna stand up and just give a full-on, as hard kick as possible as she can to the one that she hacked.
As you kick it, you notice the weird fleshy parts are starting to destabilize, and tumors begin to grow on them and stretch across these machines, no longer bound.
Ow, I think I stubbed my toe.
Joe's gonna help V get out from underneath everything.
Probably a good idea before those things start to spread.
Avoid the tumors.
Thanks.
Okay.
Okay, quite a lot of them.
Yeah.
I finally saw cryptids at the same time as other people, but they wanted to kill me.
That's largely been our experience with cryptids thus far.
Also tends to be how cryptids work.
Oh,
They're not all.
I'll
friendly.
find a good one.
They're not
I
all.
will.
There are friend-shaped cryptids. Not all of them are friend-shaped.
They should be. It's
That
not
would be
fair.
very nice.
How?
I agree. None of this is fair. None of this at all.
Question for the DM. How far away are we currently from the warehouse that we had previously enjoyed the evening at in the prior season?
You could probably get there 20 minutes, half an hour.
Unless anybody stops me, I think Lydia's gonna just start walking in that direction.
Lydia, where are you going?
I have to check on something.
What are you
You want
checking on?
help?
She just.
Well, we
Lydia,
can't just let her go alone.
To Joe's
Lydia
response.
is quietly walking behind her.
Lydia points back to the machines, and it's just like, cracking that thing open just gave me a startling realization. And I need to check
What?
something.
Oh boy. Crap.
What are you
Alright.
thinking?
Okay, let's go.
Yeah. Don't have much choice.
I mean, I follow, but I'm like pestering a little bit. Like, what's your idea? What are you thinking? Like, what's going on? What do you think's happening?
So everybody starts to move off, and Trevor just kind of like looks back and forth and mutters something under his breath and follows.
You asked for help, Trevor. Get ready for the shit pit.
No, he knows.
Like, yeah, this is how it always starts.
But
That's how it
Lydia's plan
starts.
is to go straight to the tree where she had previously buried that initial headset.
All right. So the scene transitions from here. As you all are making your way in this direction, it's fairly uneventful. When you get to that warehouse, you see in the location that you had buried that headset, there is a mechanical tree growing out of there. It is very strange. There are dangling probes as if they were leaves. There are weird metal plates kind of going up wherever these branches would be with what looks like some sort of tubing that's like twisted around into various shapes of branches. But this thing stands here, and as you all draw closer, you notice something kind of skittering along the ground. 4 arms. And the head swivels to look into your direction, and then
I
it
have
skitters.
4 arms too.
Yeah. This one has a total of 4 arms.
They have 4 arms.
You hear Tiffany make this joke. As this thing looks in your direction. And yes, it does have 4 forearms, with a total of 4 arms. And this thing kind of shuffles in your direction, and then shuffles over to where the warehouse is, and it bangs on the door, and the door slide open. And then its head swivels back, and it just stares.
Can we see what's inside the warehouse from here?
Do you think this one's friend-shaped?
No.
I don't see any tumory things on it. How can we know?
I don't think it's
you
a
can
problem.
see partially inside. It looks like part of the floor has collapsed since the last time you were here, and you can't see beyond what's down in the hole.
I think at this point Lydia just has like the not bloodshot eyes, but like the tired look of like more of this. And I think she's just gonna be completely resigned and say, I no longer think this is a problem, and goes straight to the doors and slides it open.
When you slide it open, you see that this hole seems to lead under the ground, beneath the warehouse.
Well, this is exciting.
Are we gonna go dungeon delving like in Dungeons and Dragons?
I don't think we should right now because we're not quite
Lydia,
ready
where's
for
this,
it.
Where's this heading?
You know where this is heading. We've been here before.
standing off to the side, near you now, this four-armed machine just watches, the head swiveling.
I'm gonna reach down and pet it.
It's... Okay.
I want to have my gun ready for that, just in case this goes poorly, but I'm gonna let this happen.
Roll me a d6.
Okay.
Oh wait, I don't. Do I have extra bullets? Damn.
Unless you
Out of
have a
4.
remainder of what Jermaine helped steal, I think you might have blew your load.
Ah, bugger.
When you reach out to it, one of its arms reaches out, mimicking your behavior. The other 3 arms using to prop itself up, like 3 legs.
I'll just hold hands with it then.
It's a weird combination of synthetic flesh and metal.
Does this thing have a speaker box on it or anything? Or does it look like it has a way to communicate?
You haven't tried. It's got a human-shaped mechanical head, like a gynoid or android.
Are you a friend?
Unknown.
What is your purpose?
To live.
To live? The living's good. Is there something you want from us?
To tend to the womb.
Tend to the womb? What does that mean?
Below the earth.
Yeah, no, I see the whole. I'm saying, like, what do we have to do to tend to the womb?
Provide data.
Oh, so you are with those other robots.
Lydia, is this something we should be worried about?
I have several questions, and I will go along these questions in order. So, how's the Primarch?
Okay, I'm just gonna let this happen. I have no idea what's going on.
Just gotta
Out
let
of
it
character, I get it. In character, Tiffany's a clueless bitch.
roll.
So is
the
Tracy,
Primarch.
but she usually just has a gun.
Tracy's got a gun.
Du-du-du-du-du.
Roll me a d6.
Six.
We are well.
Yeah, like
And
I
then it
said,
skitters inside.
we've been here before. Why did I bury that stupid fucking thing?
And then you hear further inside. We wish to continue living.
How did you survive Oni's attack?
It's started to skitter into the hole, and the head kind of like swivels in your direction, and then turns away and skitters back down. Like it's expecting you to follow.
Okay, out of character. Just have to throw this out just in case you didn't remember. The Primarch was actually missing when all of the other bodies of the robots were scattered in this warehouse before. The Primarch's components were nowhere to be found. And I just wanted to throw that out there before I get back into character.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
I don't like any part of this. And in truth, I have no idea what to do next. This thing shouldn't be here. I buried that thing on the other side. Something grew here.
The first reasonable thing I've heard you say all day.
Listen, I have a lot of confidence in most of my decisions because a lot of them are rooted in a lot of deep thought. But I truthfully don't know how deep this hole goes now.
It's a pretty tree, though.
It's a big reminder of my failures, honestly.
Well, we can melt it later.
I mean, if a tree grew robotically, then, like, what does that mean for synthetic life?
I don't know the answer to that big question. All I know is it might be a threat to us, or it might be an ally.
Yeah, it could be a friend. We should check it out.
Well, I'll make you a deal if we check it out. I'm gonna lead the pack because we're revisiting a lovely mistake of mine. And if shit goes south, well, you're not in the front of the pack and you all can leave. As fast as you've ever left.
I mean, you're like one of the nicest people I've ever met, and I'm not gonna let you go and do something stupid alone. So you're not
None
gonna
of us.
lead. I'm gonna be up front with you because I don't want you to get hurt.
Lydia's just
Maybe
gonna
we
look.
should go prepare before we do walk into the...
Lydia's just gonna look back over to V and be like, "One of the nicest people ever, huh? If only you knew the half of what I've done and am."
Listen,
I do agree, though.
I'm
We're
just
pretty
glad she thinks
underprepared.
you're nice.
Let's
You've been nothing but nice to me.
I keep reminding her that she's really nice, and she doubts me.
She is deep down in her heart of hearts a kind person. Sometimes she forgets herself too. Joe's right though. We're not prepared for this.
Not yet, no.
My toe hurts. It might be broken.
Even more reason not to go down this hole right now. Lydia?
I hope it's
I
not,
agree with
because
you
the
that
last
this is
person who
important.
got an injury, we had to put him down.
Wait, who's that again?
What?
Nothing. Bad out of character joke.
What did you say, Pat?
Lydia, I understand that this is important, but I don't think we're ready. Do you think we can regroup, gather more bullets, for instance, and go at it again, fresher?
Yeah.
I think this is important to go down, but we're all at the end of our respective wits here.
Lydia's just gonna walk back towards a tree and just like start kicking at it. Like, everything I've done wrong just has to keep. Usually it blows up in my face, but now it grows up in my face.
Careful with your toes.
It's an improvement at least.
As you gesture to the tree, you see another one of those weird misshapen robots climbing through its branches, and it says, "Please finish what you started. Please save us."
You're
We
expecting
gotta
me
save them.
And you hear, "Please save us, please save us." And
We've
several
got
more
to.
of those machines start coming out of the coming out from hiding places.
I think Lydia's just probably gonna start hyperventilating at that point and just like, I can't. I'm not here to save anyone.
Yeah, we're the ones who need saving right now from our own actions, previous years or days. Let's get the fuck out of here. Come back later with guns.
Please tend to the womb. It needs data.
We're not gonna upload our minds to it.
I'm just gonna look at like all the things chattering and just be like, what data? What?
They all
The
any machine, all of them point one limb back towards where the hole was. Collected data needs to be uploaded.
Yeah, what data? My fears are my failures, my doubts? What data do you need to actually be saved?
They all again point towards the hole. Collected data.
She just like Lydia just like pretends like she could actually just grab one of them and just throw them down the hall. Let's just get the hell out of here.
Agreed.
Potential. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Over the board, really quick. I just gotta say this. It's possible that the mind of the Primarch is in there, and it has been inert for a very long time, and it found a way to reach out with other things, and it wants to get uploaded into something that will actually give it semblance of life and able the ability to communicate again.
That's quite possible.
I mean, that's what I'm assuming that the seed of the headset was. It's now like this link between, like, it's established like a physical, metaphysical link between. Oh, why did I do that? Yeah, whatever you guys want, let's go. Get your bullets, get your hand grenades, get your Molotov cocktails, get your Hughes.
Hey, how's
I've
it
never
going?
used
Say
a
it out
weapon
loud
before.
again.
Wow, this is really interesting.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
a big
hi, Hugh.
fucking hole, Hugh. So
Oh,
cool.
Jesus.
Oh.
I didn't know you came into the quarantine zone.
Oh, hey, how's it going?
Hey.
Oh, I'm just happy to be here.
Me too.
I go where I'm needed.
Well, none of us are needed here right now, I say as I start to walk back the way we came.
Some of the misshapen robots reach out in your direction. They say, "Please upload the data."
Oh my god.
No
need it.
It really wants some data. It's probably not going to stop until we do it.
Believe me.
Let's just leave.
Believe me, Lydia was ready to jump down that whole fuck all y'all, but you're all a lot stronger than me, so it literally wouldn't work.
Aw, do you want us to stop you from jumping down the hole?
So, the Primarch wasn't our enemy. Why aren't we helping it?
Yeah.
Lydia's concerned mostly because, like, that is precisely where she put the cancerous headset. Granted, if the Primarch is using that as an establishment for communication, it is still using the literal most dangerous things that we've come across in two separate instances combined. And it's like, yes, it's true that it probably is okay, but it's also a matter of, like, I
What?
think going down there without full conditions and possibly replenishment might actually be just a death sentence. Especially because the last time we were here, specifically, mi madre was walking around assassinating the shit out of people. We are not entirely far from the prior dangers.
Yeah. So then we have the other option of calling a cleanup crew to deal with this if we don't want to. Because if it's that much of a problem, we probably shouldn't be uploading any data to it and just deal with it.
Tiffany's feeling bad because that means that those robots that tried to grab us probably didn't mean us any harm, and we killed all of them. And that is what's going through her head right now. And she's contemplating just running
They had
into
machine
the hole.
cancer.
They're also not alive, so we didn't really kill them.
I mean,
Hey,
look, she can jump into
Whatever
the hole
your
if she'd like.
definition of life is.
One of the same one that had as y'all had started moving away, the one with 4 arms skitters back out of the hole, has skittered back out of the hole and inches forward. Data uploaded to the womb will allow our preservation.
What
Who
kind of
are
data?
Who are you, then, to be preserved?
We do not have names.
Then why should I preserve you?
We want to live.
What data have you collected?
It points to the hole again.
No. Use your words.
Data.
I don't think it has complex enough thought patterns to explain this kind of stuff.
Fuck it, I'm going.
Resources.
Me too. As soon as Lydia starts to move, Tiffany's
thing
right
wanted us-
there.
If this thing wanted to harm us, it would have done it by now. There's a lot more of them than us.
There's a few more. There's about as many as there were when you fought the other group. A lot of these ones seem they're all different, like sizes and shapes, very misshapen.
Not promising you guys anything, but I'll
I
go
can't
see.
let Lydia go kill herself. So I guess I'm going to.
All right. So you all end up going down. Does anyone stay up?
Who's going down?
Lydia, Tiffany, and I guess Tracy.
V's
No,
not.
Tracy's gonna pull the rear.
Yes, please.
V's not letting Lydia go alone, but she's gonna also look back to Joe.
Yeah, I was gonna go.
Alright.
Is Trevor
Just
still with us?
Wish I had my
Yeah,
axe.
he did not. He's been trying to stay with the group.
Alright, you're in this too, dumbass.
I feel like this is a mistake, but okay.
We all feel like it's
Yeah,
a mistake,
so do
and
I.
here we are.
What are y'all talking about? It's not a mistake. We're gonna save lives.
Can't believe it or not.
By
this
certain
one's
definitions of lives,
Mhm.
certain definitions of save, maybe.
Yeah, Lydia definitely mutters under her breath, like, this was actually a mistake.
I think Tiffany tries to link her arm into I think she tries to link her arm into Lydia's arm so she can like try to infect Lydia with her upbeat attitude as they walk into a dark hole.
Player me appreciates it. Lydia is literally a walking stone wall of like just.
Lydia,
Mhm.
in your mind, you hear, I can fix that for you. For us.
Yeah, what can you fix for us?
You feel your head slowly kind of just briefly glance towards the upbeat girls hanging on your shoulder.
It's not a problem that needs to be fixed. There's a lot more other problems.
Alright. And as the group goes down this hole, it curves a little bit. I think it's colder. Darker than it should be. And as you walk and come out of this hole, it looks like you've come up in the same place, except that it's run down and falling apart more than it was before. And there's strange shapes, and when you step outside of this building, you see that the sky is different. It's not the overcast with various trees around. It is a borderline void. And out in the place where you had buried it, on the other side, with remnants of your prior campsite, and the destroyed machines that had sheltered you before, some months ago, there is what looks like a similar tree, except this one has several weird fleshy pods hanging from it, like fruit. And you see weird synthetic organic shapes that are twisting around this trunk and hanging around it. And as the machine that had led you here skitters over to it, it points, and there are what appears to be people who are not conscious, but seem to be in a state of suspension, just wrapped up with little probes on their heads. And it points at them and says, "Please upload data." And it seems like there's a rudimentary terminal that has been set up, but is incomplete, that is connected to this tree. And you would notice that these are some of the people who had picked on you, or who had picked on you or your group throughout school. One of which you were supposed to go on a date with.
Hi, Charles.
Well, I think we found them. And this confirms my suspicion that we should have brought guns.
I wish I had my
Maybe their consciousness is separated from their bodies and it's them who's reaching out. And they need their consciousness is uploaded into their bodies. That way they can live again.
I really hope that you're right. Because this does not look like that to me.
The four-armed machine skitters forward again. And then with one arm points towards this cluster of people who have been collected. And it says, data will be rewritten. Aggressive data will be changed.
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
Aggressive data is no longer needed. Data will be rewritten.
This is
I
just
think it's trying to comfort us by saying the bad traits that made them bullies will be erased, but they will come back. And that feels
I don't
gross.
think I need to understate how fucked that is.
That's super fucked up.
This is
Yeah.
exactly what we fought in the first place. The whole reason that we tried to stop this system was because you were trying to upload people's consciousness to save them or reprogram or whatever. If you think that I'm gonna press anything on that fucking console, you are out of your fucking four-legged mind.
More to the point, hearing all of that, V just levels the gun and fires it at the console. She's like, you fucking learned nothing. She's destroying that console. There will be no
Yeah,
upload.
roll me a force body with the +3.
There will be no upload. Fuck this thing.
I swear you're gonna get like 6.
One success.
One success. All right. So you shoot this console and it explodes in shrapnel. And it just stares at this, and then the head swivels back and it says, "We've only been alive for a few months. We wish to continue living." And then its eyes turn red, and it says, "You will complete the upload." And then you hear the movement of a few more machines.
Well, it is time to run.
Lydia.
this
Is it possible that you can override the codes that will reprogram them and actually just get their consciousnesses back into their bodies? I don't know how good with machines you are, but you seem smart.
I could figure out anything if there weren't red-eyed demons.
How much time do you need?
Well, did you blow up the only console we had?
Probably.
Is there any sort of secondary terminal, like maybe a fuse box or something?
What is your goal, I should ask?
I guess with that question would be a second question. Are these pods actually hooked up visibly to any sort of devices? Or is it just in this tree?
So for this, there's the tree. There are those weird fleshy pods, which upon close inspection looks like there are forms on the inside. And off to the side, it looks like these figures, various bullies and stuff that you would have been aware of. Not just high school bullies, but people that you have not liked or trusted at some point when you were initially some point before you were connected to the headset way back when. These machines... Actually, everybody roll me a comprehend.
Also, just a quick note, hun, we are 20 minutes past.
Yep.
Oh, 0.
1.
Well,
Okay.
looks like you're filling me in, V.
I also got a
Story of
1.
my life.
Yeah.
Surprising.
These things don't appear to be Oni or anything else that has existed before. Something happened with the corrupted data and the weird effects of reality from the other side that has created this new weird entity.
It's something new, but it's making the same damn mistakes.
But
It was also on Joe's head too. Shit.
and not only that, but it's talking and it's gesturing in such a way, especially with these figures here, that has been reacting on negative memories of people who were at one point perceived as bad.
Yay! These are pods of my mistakes too. Goody.
Just pods of
You were the one
teen
connected to the
drama.
headset, so
Yeah. No, this whole part's really biting me in the feels and the ass.
yeah, you're welcome.
Oh boy, it wants to kill everybody that Lydia didn't like at one point when she was emotionally compromised. What could go wrong? Why are they all staring at me, Lydia?
Wait, that one headset was connected to V, Joe, and Lydia.
We all had.
Yeah, you all had some of the same.
Like that
we
one tends to make
had
sense.
far less interactions than she did, though.
Yeah, I know. Just saying, like, oh, that's also us fucking it up too.
Yeah, this is it's been pulling from Lydia specifically, but you all share the same the same path, so it's the same thing. It just Lydia just happens to be the one who it was able to read from when it was planted as a seed. That being said, as several lights from within the darkness activate and start moving forward, we will call it here.
We are
Oh.
so gonna die.
Yay!
No, Lydia's gonna get y'all out of here. I just don't know how yet.
Well, we got a week to think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, I
All
love
right.
this, but crap.
What a mood.
Mm.
Real.
Well, thank you, everybody,
Very crap.
for watching. All of the wonderful people who stopped in to say hello. Vancouver by Night, Lost Caravan RPG, our good friend Mouse Parker. Thank you for the great coffee order. If you're still here, all of you people are fabulous, and we love you. I'm gonna see if there's anybody I can send us over to raid, which is probably probable. But let's see what we got here.
Should we do experience at the beginning of next week then?
We can
Or
do it now.
shotgun experience and then raid.
Shotgun blast that experience.
Oh,
Hell
also
yeah.
sign-offs too, I
Gun
guess.
Experience.
So, did your relationship problems get you into trouble? Yes, it
Yes.
did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No. Hang on. Don't mark anything yet. Did you participate in the session?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yes, queen.
Did your problems with the capital P or relationships with the capital R get you into trouble with the capital T?
Yes.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Were you broken with the capital B and forced to take a scar with capital S?
No.
Nope.
No.
Tomorrow or next week, absolutely.
Stay tuned.
Yeah. Did you put yourself in harm's way to resolve the mystery with a capital M?
I think so.
Yeah.
I jumped down a big
Yeah.
womb hole.
I think jumping into the
You
fire
all
was
jumped into the hole.
We all jumped
You
in.
could have run.
I shot the thing.
I wanted to run.
I
You
did
made
too.
me feel
Did
bad.
you
The
just
little
hang
guys
Begging
were
for life. They were begging for life. How can we say no to that?
They were
Yes,
begging
easily.
for lives.
To be fair, To be fair, they are. They're just doing it in the most horrific way possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that experience then? 'Cause-
Did you learn something new?
Yeah.
they're not
This
Oh,
dumb robot
yeah.
didn't learn anything at all.
Tiffany
We all
learned
learned something
so
new.
much. Tiffany
I really hope
sat
they did.
there during a conversation where she was totally lost and learned so much in that, but yet still feels like she knows absolutely nothing. So, hey.
I literally thought
Hey.
Pat was gonna say Tracy learned not to trust Lydia anymore.
Oh
Wow.
no.
Yeah,
He already knows that.
all right. I think that's everything then, right?
That's everything.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm
I can
gonna
level
go
up.
send us over once more to Madame Gandalf. They are just doing no pixel Grand Theft Auto roleplay, so I've been obsessed with watching them for months now, so I'm just gonna kick them over there. So enjoy, have a great time. You don't have to watch the clowns, but I enjoy watching them. Good night.
Good night.
No.
Yeah.
Much love.